How do you interpret your dreams? Well, you just find out what the symbols mean, put them together, and correlate them with your life. Now that's the important part, because the symbols for one person are going to mean something different than the symbols for another person. That's why it's really important to learn how to interpret your own dreams. Now the other thing that's so important is that through your dreams you will get input from your subconscious mind. When you're awake, unless you have some kind of blinding flash of intuition or are good at reading your hunches, you are not even going to know the input coming from your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is dealing with your actual survival, keeps your heart beating, your digestion going, and it can know all kinds of things that your conscious mind is not aware of. So it's very valuable to know how to interpret your dreams. Now, in this video, I'm going to use a bridge dream as an example of how to interpret your dreams. That's why I'm standing here by this bridge. For my example, I'm going to choose one of my dreams because I know what the dream means. Plus, one of the most important parts of interpreting a dream is knowing what's going on in your waking life the day before you had the dream. And this is the process I go through, whether I'm interpreting my own dreams or whether I'm interpreting a dream that you send to me, or if I'm doing a in-person online dream interpretation session with you. I'll always ask you what was going on in your life the day before. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you the dream. In the dream, I am standing at the roadway to go over the West Vancouver Bridge. The West Vancouver Bridge is a huge bridge. It goes on forever. It goes over an ocean channel. It is so high because it's like the Golden Gate Bridge. Most people know the Golden Gate Bridge better because it's got enough space that ocean-going ships can go under it. It is a huge bridge. It takes forever to go across. So in the dream, I am standing right at the point where you would go over the West Vancouver Bridge, the West Van Bridge. There's actually a gate closing off the access to the bridge, and I am standing there with a blue sky above, red flowers beside me, and I say in the dream, there is no way I'm going down that road again. And then I wake up. So what does that dream mean? All right, when you're interpreting a dream, the first thing you do is write it down because you don't want to forget the details. And almost certainly as soon as you wake up, the details start drifting away. Then after you write the dream down, next you say to yourself, what was going on the day before? Well, as soon as I tell you what was going on the day before, you're probably going to figure out what the dream was about. But what had happened? You know, my husband is the man of my dreams. Literally, I met him first in a dream, a total stranger, before I ever met him in real life. And the dream also told me details about his life that even if I'd sort of seen him by chance and put him in the dream just because I liked how he looked, there's no way I could have known these details about his life, except if I'd known him, but I'd never met him before, knew nothing about him. So he is literally the man of my dreams. And then I saw him the next day in real life. And anyway, we've now been married for 26 years. So you would think that because he is the man of my dreams, and we were madly in love at first, and then we just sort of settled into a long marriage the way most people do. I don't know, you would think that our relationship would be made in heaven. But the reality is we are human beings. And the day before we had had a rip-roaring fight, argument. We had a huge disagreement about something. He can be so stubborn. Okay, I guess I'm stubborn too. In any case, in that argument, I had shouted at him, "I'm getting a divorce from you." Well, what you don't know about me as far as interpreting the dream is that I've been through a previous marriage and also a divorce, a nasty divorce. Okay, did you just figure out the dream? Because in the dream I said, there's no way I'm going down that road again. And so in the dream, as soon as I wrote it down, I knew right away I meant, even though I told him I was getting a divorce because I was so angry with him the day before. In reality, there's no way I was going to go down that road again because I'd already gone down that road and it was nasty. And okay, so now say you didn't understand the dream right away. You didn't get an aha. Oh, I know what that means. That's what I mean by an aha. Then you go over the symbol. So the first symbol is the West Vancouver Bridge. And like I said, this is a huge bridge. It goes over an ocean channel. When you're dealing with an ocean channel, you are dealing with depths and vastness, and usually psychological depth, something that affects you in a deeply psychological way. Well, certainly a divorce affects a person that way. But anyway, and we know a bridge can mean a decision or a relationship or travel. Well, in this case, it meant both a decision, the decision to have a divorce, and a relationship, a marriage. All right, other symbols in the dream. The sky is blue. When the sky is blue, it means the truth. The water, as you know, was a channel, and it was also not superbly churned up. The waves weren't huge. So I wasn't extremely emotional about what the dream was deciding. And third, there were those beautiful red flowers. Well, red flowers often mean love and spirituality. And the fact is, even though we do argue and disagree about things quite a bit, we do love each other. So those flowers symbolize love. So this is the process of interpreting a dream. First step, you write it down. Second step, you look at your life the previous day. Third step, you write the symbols down. It's Chapman, and I am the creator of the 3-step creative dream interpretation system. And if you want to take the first step to interpreting your own dreams, I have a 3-step creative dream interpretation checklist, and the link is down below in the description. And there's also a link down there if you'd like to have a private online dream interpretation session with me. And I think dreams are really important, obviously, since I met my husband in a dream. I believe that your dreams can give you messages from your subconscious mind that can help you with your waking life. And your dreams can also give you memories of your past lives and even your experiences in Atlantis. Now, here are some more videos that I've made that you might find interesting about dream interpretation and other topics that you might find interesting. I'm wishing you happy dreaming.